All right, speaking of politics, our next comedian is also a politician as well. He's running for mayor of Bexley tomorrow, so if you live there, vote for my man, Travis Irvine, everybody.
Hey guys, yeah, this is not a joke. I really am running for mayor of Bexley, a suburb on the east side. You may have heard of it. It's where I grew up. It's a Jewish sandwich on ghetto bread. Kind of wedged in there. I don't say that to the voters when I go out and talk to them. Do we have any Bexley voters here tonight? All right, okay. Well, you guys have been great. Thanks a lot. Hey, Bexley. Keep them coming. Keep them coming with this guy.
Bexley!
That's right. We need this guy. Bring him to Bexley tomorrow so we just have him stay outside the pole and just fucking Bexley, everybody!
Moses led his people from Pharaoh's land.
Welcome to Bexley, Ohio, a suburb city only 2 miles away from downtown Columbus, Ohio, a community known for its elegant houses, its beautiful and scenic parks, and tree-lined streets, an ideal place to raise a family.
This is where I grew up. Now this is the mayor of Bexley, Ohio, David Madison. He's been mayor about 32 years, and in 2007, he decided that he had had enough and he was going to retire. Now I like the mayor, but there was only one thing that he did that pissed me off. He approved something called the Southwest Bexley Master Plan. The plan was supposed to revamp the southwest corner of Bexley and make the city better, but it also had 2 negative impacts. First, the only new businesses it brought to Main Street were places like this bank, and this bank. And it also threatened to tear down the house I grew up in, as well as all my neighbors' houses. Needless to say, the people on my street were not happy about it.
We first heard of the Southwest Master Plan through a contact that Sandy had that works at Capitol that showed us a picture of the plan, and our house was gone.
It's, from my understanding, an unholy consortium between Capitol and Trinity and the city of Bexley to take these properties.
We attended a city council meeting and we were really surprised to find that part of the master plan was to tear down all the houses on the block on which we live so that Capitol could expand.
It all started with Capitol. It wasn't anything more than Capitol at the time. They're saying Capitol's expanding, Capitol wants this, Capitol wants that.
Of course, a lot of us just live here, have no affiliation with the university, and like our homes and just envisioned being here a long time.
Well, the city zoned our property as college. To this day, I still don't know exactly what that means, but I know, for example, they built a dorm next to us, and they built the dorm where it's just maybe about 10 feet from the street.
We said a lot of things at the meetings, and I just feel that nothing we said was ever listened to.
This development made me feel exactly like that, unwanted.
We feel left out.
I don't think they really care, to be honest.
They've taken away our neighborhood, essentially.
I don't know how it breaks down on the city council, but I don't get the feeling that this neighborhood is well represented.
I do wish there was somebody who represented us either on the board or in office.
I would really appreciate having city council members, a mayor, and city planning members that represented us.
Oh, I wish there was a candidate who could address my concerns.
Spider-Man.
No, not
Spider-Man.
Hi, my name is Travis Irvine, 24 years old. I don't have a job. I live with my parents, and I'm running for mayor of my hometown.
I had 130 days, and I didn't even know how to get on the ballot. Luckily for that part, a woman named Arlene would explain it all to me.
Nice to meet you, Travis.
To know all the things that you have questions for.
Will Kinko's have paper this long?
I imagine it's called legal size. This is the letter size, that's legal size. You will need 150 valid signatures of people who are registered to vote in the city of Bexley. Now, also,
What's wrong?
somebody's given out the last one of the
Oh boy.
the ethics. Okay, that's all right.
I'm pretty
I'll call and get more, and we'll have them. I'll make sure that I call today and have more sent to us.
Okay.
But you remind us. Do not sign it yet. Go down.
The Board of Elections gave me rules on being a candidate, rules on campaign finance, and took my information in case they needed to contact me. Then it was on my way to get on the ballot. But first, a quick photo shoot. For campaign literature.
All right, so this is the first committee meeting we're going to have, and I have assembled a first-rate committee here. This is my sister. Well, you're treasurer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know anything about being a treasurer. We have Jeff Todd over here.
I need glasses. I need the stem of the glasses in my mouth. I don't wear glasses.
We formed a 6-person committee to help collect signatures, with our key day being the 4th of July, when people are gathered together.
If I was mayor, there would be no more rain for 4th of July. That would be. That is not allowed. Not in my city.
Good one.
Everybody all right? Everybody okay? You guys all right? Are you guys okay? I can, yes. Hop in.
Give me a ride to the car?
Yes, hop in.
Except roll my window up.
Sorry.
Can you give me a ride? Our car's just around the corner.
I certainly can. Are you a registered Bexley voter?
Oh, I appreciate that very much.
No problem. I'm running for mayor of Bexley.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Okay.
Just here to help out. Making a difference. One person at a time. So Jeff got 10 signatures. That's pretty good. I did not even expect that much.
Really?
No. I expected 2.
You expected 10?
No, 2.
2? The 2 people at my house?
Yeah, basically. We got the bulk of our signatures on the 4th of July and finished getting the rest of them throughout the month. I ended up getting 82 signatures. My sister and Jeff Todd both got 40. Another girl named Katie got 20 and then moved to New York. Another girl named Cody got 100 and moved to Vermont. And my friend Ruben got 9. And then he lost his sheet. And then he quit. So altogether, we had 282 signatures. With only 150 required to get on the ballot, we were in good shape. One person got 20. Another guy got 9, and then he lost his sheet. So we'll forget about him.
Okay.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Oh, God. Okay, so we got a crazy mayor race over there in Bexley. We got a mayor for 32 years. He's retiring, so the whole city's running for mayor. And I'm one of 8 candidates. There's me, and there's the openly gay director of technology for the city. There's a Republican councilman, a councilwoman, a prominent Jewish lawyer, a prominent Main Street developer, and a guy who ran for mayor 12 years ago and lost by less than 40 votes. He's given it a second try, a senior in high school, and a squirrel named Winkles, who's ahead in the polls, which is very strange. You're all Winkle supporters, apparently.
At first, I ended up making a lot of mistakes. For example, I didn't know how to talk to newspaper reporters, or for that matter, what to look like when talking to a newspaper reporter.
All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Well, I don't know, my pro-squirrel policy. Then I tried to recruit freshman poli-sci students from the very same university I was trying to fight.
What do you guys think, college students are going to react to this? The fact that they could have a 24-year-old mayor if they all just went out and voted for me. Do you think anybody would be interested in that, or not really? Might be. Is there much for you guys to do around here, on a Friday, Saturday night, besides that noise right there? No?
And finally, I campaigned at the Labor Day block party with nappy hair and no balloons.
I've heard a lot about you. Thank you. Pardon me?
How much do the balloons cost?
They were about 14 cents a piece, and then the cost of helium. I guess it was worth it. At first I thought it was John Stewart. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
It does look like almost like a bear.
Yeah, it's got a John Stewart kind of look to it.
Is this a joke? Are you really running for mayor?
Are you Travis?
No, I'm not. Travis is talking to that group right there. He's got the green shirt on.
Well, nice talking to you.
All right, yes. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Yes. Democracy in action, right?
That was a dismal failure. Dismal failure. There was no way I could represent my neighbors if people weren't even taking my campaign seriously. So I turned to Larry Heiser. Larry was elected Bexley City Auditor in 2005 and has been a family friend since I was 10. If anyone could help me learn city government, it was Larry.
For all the enterprise funds, water, sewer, and refuse, they're self-sustaining, so that residents pay for the water, your water bills. So we have property taxes, income tax, and then we have estate tax. And the estate tax just is whatever happens, happens. They went from 3 bad years in a row to 3 fantastic years in a row, which is why we're sitting on so much money right now.
So fantastic years mean more people died.
More people passed away who had lots of estate dollars.
That's good. So should I make that a campaign issue? Be like, I encourage
people to die in Bexley.
When I announced my candidacy, I had big, nasty, nappy dreadlocks. And if you're running for public office, you cannot have big, nappy, nasty dreadlocks. I kept going door to door, and people were like, you realize they drug test the mayor, right? And all I could say was, great, I love drugs. Let's test them all. Which is the wrong answer if you're running for public office.
This is a picture of my first haircut ever. This is the man who cut my hair. This is Chris. This is Chris right now. This is me right now. He's about to cut my hair again. Make me mayor. Make me mayor.
Well, it's all in parts and, little sections yet, but I think it's going to work out well. You're not ruined forever. That's my boy.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And with that, I was off to run for mayor, as a candidate my neighbors deserved.
Lincoln declared freedom for every man. Franklin Roosevelt put $1 in every hand. And now it seems we need that change again. Sometimes the status quo falls out of favor. Sometimes you just gotta run for mayor. Sometimes the circus comes into town. And the elephants push everyone around. The donkeys sure make an annoying sound. But all the animals, they shit on the ground. And sometimes the black and white gets a little grayer. Sometimes you just gotta run for mayor. We've been here for a whole lot of days. Men and women toiling for their pay. And every generation's making the same mistake. Maybe it's time to raise the stakes. Sometimes a game just needs another player. Sometimes you just gotta run for mayor.
However, I wasn't out of the woods yet. In order to explain what my neighbors were going through, I'd have to interact with other voters in Bexley. And that was going to be a little harder than I thought.
Discuss this residence.
Hi, my name's Travis Irvine. I'm running for mayor of Bexley.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't live in Bexley. I'm just here at their house.
Oh, is anybody...
And the folks are not here.
Oh, okay, so nobody, will they be back soon?
In a few days.
In a few days. But they want a Irvine for mayor yard sign?
I couldn't answer that.
Alright. Would you like an Irvine for mayor yard sign?
Yes, hi.
I'm Travis. I'm running for mayor of Bexley.
Feeding the baby, feeding the other kids.
Oh, okay.
Have a great
don't
time.
We have like cameras. We made a documentary about so.
For a second, I thought you were gonna kiss the baby.
Damn it, opportunity knocking. I did not kiss the baby. I want to give that baby herpes.
How you feeling?
Well, it's a pretty low turnout here. Hey, Jeff.
What?
Come over and talk to,
Under the spotlight.
how many,
For my ineptitude.
how many,
Must answer to the,
flyers? How many flyers do you
I, totaled about 3, let's say.
3 flyers?
Tres
You gave out
papeles.
3 flyers. You gave out 3 flyers for the fundraiser. I gave him 700 flyers.
I was busy with schoolwork and social obligations and also actual work, working in the corporate grind work. So that's my only defense.
See, if I had known that, I wouldn't have given him 700 flyers.
How many would you have given him?
I would have given him 3.
I don't like to be a confrontational person, so I also had a bit of trepidation, a bit of fear in my passing out flyers, and should have worked over that somehow. Just because all it is passing out flyers. What the hell are they going to do? Accost me or beat me and batter me to death? I don't know. Probably not. Hey, shit! 2 mosquitoes. Sorry about that. Very unprofessional. But yeah, 2 mosquitoes.
It happens.
Close proximity to my arm there, in my lower arm. So. Even though, despite the bug spray.
So where does the campaign go from here?
South. South Bexley. And then came the most important day of the campaign, the debate at the library in South Bexley. After that, everything changed.
And from this point forward, David Isaacs is the moderator. So here's Dave.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. The reality of it was he came to me and said, we're thinking of doing this candidates night. Can you help? And I said, sure. What do you need done? He said, everything. Okay. Now, as for the format, you should already be seeing cards that are available, little pencils to write questions out. Chamber members have been circulating and will continue to do so to collect your questions. We will get to as many of them as we possibly can. We decided to put the questions on cards rather than have you come to a mic and ask them because frankly, we don't want to have to taser. The first question this evening is fairly simple. Why do each of you feel that you would make the best mayor for the city of Bexley?
My chief strength is I have 25 years city government experience, and I served half that time in Bexley many years ago. I've also been with the city of Dublin, and I'm currently with the city of Hilliard, Ohio. And I've transitioned in under 3 different mayors. I understand what to do the day after the election. If you're elected, I know what to do the first 100 days. I'd have a plan for the first 4 years. And in that transition, you have to just hit the ground running and know what you're after.
I'm a businessman. Most of the other candidates have said they work for city government or they're attorneys. I'm a businessman. Gene referred to the city needing a chief executive officer. That means they need someone with leadership experience who can manage, make decisions, prepare, and execute on budgets. And that's what I do. That's what I've done for my entire business career.
Stand up.
Yes,
We had discussed that before, and we've got a little problem with the chairs not scooting on the carpets, so you might have to give us a minute to do that.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank the Chamber for hosting this event. I think it's going to be the most well-attended event out of all of the debates. But the question is why, what distinguishes me as a candidate for mayor? There's a little bit of an echo.
Good evening, my name is Bill Winkler. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. One of my weaknesses that I'm starting to learn is I have an issue with enclosed spaces. So I can assure you, as the first candidate, we will have a tremendously open government.
Now, I know all of you understand the lighter side of being mayor, because as I walk the streets, a frequently asked question to me was, can you cook chicken? Yes, I can cook chicken. and if I asked any of you, you would help me cook chicken.
Just being young and going out there, I've already registered over 50 new voters and constituents that can better vote for the community and the world politics. I have the vision to really make something of Bexley. Being young, I can have the attention. I feel this is a great audience, huge in number.
Real quick before I begin, does anybody else want to run for mayor? Thank you, Ed and David, for having us in the chamber as well. And thank you guys to point out. Why would I be the best mayor for Bexley? Well, each of the candidates here brings a special trait, a special skill. Mr. Harvey has a fresh perspective. Gene has a familiarity with the schools. Matt has a vision for Bexley's future. Bill Minkler has a strong desire to develop the technology of the city. Scott brings a young perspective. John has been a long-time resident, and Robin lives in South Bexley, which gives us a wider scope of understanding of the city. Now, of all those 7 things, I'm the only candidate who embodies all 7 qualities.
What, if any, kinds of reviews of city operations do you expect to conduct?
Yes, I also plan to conduct some reviews, and I think it should start with the mayor's office. And I don't know if anyone else has made this offer yet, but I will take a $30,000 a year pay cut. I can run my life on $60,000 a year, I'm pretty sure.
What, if anything, would you do to help people of modest income remain in Bexley?
6 years ago, while I was on council, we voted for the multi-use zoning district on Main Street and tax abatements. What you are seeing today is a result of what we did 6 years ago. The Gary's Memorial Chapel, which Capital sold to Plaza Properties, is part of that Southwest Master Plan where land was jigsaw puzzled so that each entity had a unified campus. The city was getting $1,000 a year from that property.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. As it turns out, Matt Lamke was the most pro-Southwest Master Plan candidate.
We said a lot of things at the meetings, and I just feel that nothing we said was ever listened to.
This development made me feel exactly like that, unwanted.
We feel left out. I don't think they really care, to be honest.
They've taken away our neighborhood decision.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Before we hail the Southwest Master Plan as bringing in all this income for the city, it certainly is. We also need to recognize that there's a lot of families with modest incomes whose lives are being negatively affected by the Southwest Master Plan. They could potentially lose their homes, their property values are going down because they're surrounded by rental properties now. And this is something I think that we should really consider, considering if we want to keep them in Bexley. Maybe we don't. I think everyone else has pretty much touched on not raising taxes, bringing in more revenue into the city. I am, of course, against raising taxes. And the surplus, I'd like to see a surplus in the budget eventually. And I think that can be done with cutting the costs and bringing in better businesses on Main Street. Maybe more things for people to do instead of banks. You guys have a place to keep your money, you don't have anywhere to spend it. Now all we had to do was keep the momentum going. Hi, I'm Bexley mayoral candidate Travis Irvine. You know, I'm one of the few candidates who is actually going to read a book. That's what I'm going to do. Hi. Hi, I'm Bexley mayoral. Hi, I'm Bexley. I think the book turning is distracting.
Do you need a break? Do you need to get a drink of water?
Hi, I'm Bexley mayoral candidate Travis Irvine. You know, I'm one of the few candidates who's actually grown up here in Bexley. As a kid, I participated in Bexley Rec sports leagues, rode my bike around Bexley streets, and graduated from the Bexley City school system. In high school, I also worked for Bexley Recreation as a camp counselor and sports instructor for other kids. All of this has given me an understanding and appreciation for what kids go through when they grow up in Bexley. A perspective that is beneficial to making decisions in the mayor's office that affect kids. After all, I recognize more than anyone, that kids are Bexley's greatest resource.
Where's the ice cream you promised?
Yeah, you said there'd be pizza too.
Kids. Somebody call their parents. My mom was talking to a very powerful woman in South Bexley.
Okay.
And word around the campfire is I've got South Bexley locked up.
No way.
I've got South
Hey. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's a new face for a special. Actually, I missed it. Sorry.
Ready?
It's a new face for a special place. Let's get Bexley marching to a faster pace where no one will fail.
Every woman and male can send off their kids to Harvard or Yale. It's a new face for a special place. You won't see your tax dollars go to waste. You'll have places to shop, a new home for the cops. You'll approach stop signs without having to stop. It's a new face for a special place. Put a bouquet of flowers back into your vase. We'll work as a team to make Bexley more green, saving lots of money while we keep the earth clean. It's a new face for a special place. Your home will be dressed up with satin and lace. Your kids will have fun while they play in the sun, and you can have a cocktail when the workday is done. It's a new face for a special place. Vote Irvine to win the race.
We got contacted by a Bexley resident named Steve Maurer, who ran for mayor of his hometown, Botkins, Ohio, when he was 24. And he won. And you actually had a real job at that time?
Yeah, I was teaching school.
Okay. Did you live with your parents?
I did until I was elected.
Okay.
And then I bought a house.
There you go.
If 75 or 80% of the 18-year-olds and up voted, 18 to 30, that would change national policy. If enough young people voted, the drinking age in this state would not be 21.
Right.
Because
that's a good point.
Young people have it in their power to change it. All they have to do is circulate petitions and get it on the ballot.
They're too busy getting drunk, though.
Illegally, what they could do with it.
Yeah. I've done my best to try to separate myself from the high school senior, because when you listen to him speak at the debates, you're like, oh my God, the schools need more money. We are failing our children. So that's about me and this kid here. But here's what the other paper talked about when they came to me. Also without a regular job is self-employed filmmaker Travis Irvine, whose first feature-length flick, Coons Night of the Bandits of the Night, is awaiting its DVD release. The film is a horror spoof, and Irvine's campaign website suggests he is similarly lighthearted about running for mayor. For example, it says he's as Bexley pie. I totally am. A reference to a contest he plans to hold that would give the city an official pie incorporating the traditional Bexley colors. Here's my quote. The insides would have to be blue and white, Irvine said. I'm thinking blueberries or something. End quote. And then this one's cute. This one just came in from the Dispatch Voters Guide this Sunday. The most widely read voters guide in the entire Central Ohio region. They open it up with this. 8 people are running for mayor in Bexley, including 2 who are still living with their parents. I may live with my parents, but that's because I'm a family man. Thank you guys very much. Vote Irvine. Watch the news tomorrow. God bless you and God bless Bexley. Going into Election Day, the buzz was good.
Yeah.
Mayor Mobile.
Vote Irvine. Or pay the consequences.
It's a new face for a special place. Let's get Bexley marching to a faster pace.
Vote Irvine. Irvine for mayor. Say that. Vote Irvine. Vote Irvine, young lady. Montrose Elementary School. Vote Irvine for mayor.
All right, so we can get out of here.
Keep it up, sir. I admire someone who runs for his health. I'm running for mayor. Attention art students. Don't forget to vote today. I know you're angry. Get a little chilly out here? Did I get a little cold? It's nice warm here in the car. Will you two please get real jobs? How you doing? Hey, vote Irvine. Thank you, Kevin Spacey. You were fantastic and came back. You a little cold there, ladies? Very warm in here. Vote Irvine. Vote Irvine, people. Irvine for mayor. Irvine for mayor.
I'm Travis Irvine, and I approve this jingle.
Feeling good?
Feeling all right. I'm voting for myself. That makes one.
I don't know anything about you.
Oh, well, real quick. Oh, you already made up your mind.
Not really.
Not really?
Kind of.
Is this the line?
This is where they told me to stand. I don't know if I should vote for myself, to be honest.
You're having second thoughts?
I'm having second thoughts.
What's the problem?
That lady made me second guess myself.
This gives you your instructions. You make your selections, and then you go back and you review your selections after all that, and at the very end it'll ask you to cast your ballot. Until you press confirm, you haven't actually voted, so make sure you get to that final confirm screen. Let us know if you have any questions.
How'd it go?
It was really cool. All done.
You get your voted today sticker.
Thank you. I'm gonna write a little for me. Vote Irvine. Huh? Vote Irvine for mayor.
Oh.
Did you have a loudspeaker?
Yeah, and then I had my bullhorn, and I'd say funny things like "Vote for Irvine for a strong republic." You know, little things like, and the other people would be like, "Get a real job, sir. Get a job." No, but it's funny. You don't understand. It was funny, right?
Central is not in at all. No parts of Central are in, so the biggest of the big is not in.
Oh, here comes the big.
It's over? Not mayor.
You're not mayor. Not this time.
It is over?
For you.
What's happened?
Brennan's up by like 30.
30?
On Lamke.
On Lamke.
Weiss is in third.
Uh-huh.
By at least like 80.
Who's in fourth?
Either Jones or Harvey.
Okay, who's in fifth?
You beat Minkler and Weinblatt so far.
Okay. All right. So is
You're
there
in
still
sixth.
a chance?
You're in sixth.
Is there still a chance?
About yours?
Yeah.
Not this year.
Not this year?
No.
Absolutely not.
There's 3 precincts left.
Three? Well, there's only 4 precincts.
They're all central.
They're all central.
That's bullshit, dude.
Man. 6th place. Beat the gay dude and the high school kid.
Why'd you have to tell us now? Why can't you wait until like...
Because you waited for later.
3 hours.
What?
Can we go tell John
They
Brennan?
haven't announced all of the precincts.
I'm sure he knows.
The race was now neck and neck between the most pro-Southwest master plan candidate Matt Lamke and John Brennan.
With 3 precincts out, you were up by 30.
3 votes?
Like nearly 30, yeah.
30 votes?
Yeah, it was pretty close. It was not a lot. It was definitely neck and neck.
They said,
So he won?
somebody said, oh, Brennan's got it now, by 55.
Okay, they just brought a cake in, so we'll see. That sounds great, thanks.
I was there, man.
All right.
I saw everything down.
We're ahead. We're on 55. I think it's over.
Are they all in?
official count, baby. Read them all. Gene Weiss, 947. Matt Lupke, 999. John Brennan, 1,034.
So 12 years after he lost the mayor's race by 40 votes, John Brennan won by less than 40 votes. His lifelong experience in city government had paid off. While he didn't win mayor, Matt Lamke did go on to become president of Bexley City Council. Gene Weiss continues to force people around Bexley to cook chicken. Bill Harvey was appointed service director for the city of Bexley under the Brennan administration. Robin Jones is probably still stuck in a chair somewhere. Bill Minkler was asked to resign as director of technology a few months after Brennan took office. Scott Weinblatt was caught underage drinking at a New Year's Eve party a few weeks later. He has since issued an official apology and now attends college in Arizona. Wiggles the squirrel was tragically killed a few days later in a hit-and-run accident. As for my neighbors in southwest Bexley, they all still live in their homes. And at least for the next 4 years, they have a friend in City Hall. Someone who understands what they're going through. In fact, the whole city now understands what my neighbors were going through a little bit more.
You should run for city council in 2 years.
You're absolutely positive.
Run for city council in 2 years.
So I guess in its own way, our campaign actually was successful. Because at the local level, you actually can change things by running for office. It's a lot of work, but sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta run for mayor. Sometimes you lose, and sometimes you win. But as long as you speak up for the people you want to represent, it's never a waste of time. And who knows, it may even lead to something else.
Coming up next, we have a man who ran for mayor of Bexley in 2007. He currently lives and performs in New York City. However, he is moving back here to Ohio to run for Congress in the 12th district in 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Travis Irvine.
This is not a joke. I am running for Congress in the 12th district. That is your district. I would like to be your congressman. And my platform is onion rings for everybody. So there you go.
A young man walking down the street. What does he see? City trying to take his home, leave him to roam. But he doesn't hide, he stays and fights, runs for mayor day and night.